Right, with that scam of an event past us, Centre being cancelled, some levitating mega schlong thing that reincarnates creatures. We can all agree that ARK is fucking wild right now. So I thought, what's a better time to list 10 things that players hate about this game. Some of these are quite small, some of them are big major things, but these are all from people I've spoke to in different discords. I've looked on YouTubers' comments, and I'm banned from the official Discord, by the way, for no reason at all.
Get fucked.
It's pure woke censorship. That's what it is. But yeah, if I've missed any, bang them down below, like and subscribe. Let's crack on. First up, number one, numero uno. I think it's good. It's fair. It's safe to say that the chat filter takes the piss, man. Like, what is wrong with the word eyes? Like, that is part of the human anatomy. Like, how can you censor the word eyes, bro? Like, how? What? But that's not all. Bob, joke, lol, deal, ammo, vac, spick. No, forget about that one. That's for Spike Wars. PP. PP for grapples, bro. Like, what's wrong with PP? I need to type PP. Like, what's so offensive or wrong with PP?
Stupid!
And while we're on the subject of chat, the bloody thing doesn't work. Well, it works, but it works like for 2 freaking messages, and then boom, gone. Doesn't work. Opens, close, opens, close. Like, Jesus Christ, wildcard. Sort it out, mate. Like, when people are talking smack to me in chat, act like 9 times out of 10, I can't say anything back to them because it doesn't fucking work.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Moving swiftly on, at number 2, the UI. Now, I 100% agree with the people that moan about the UI, because I'm a mouse and keyboard player and I have my own problems with the UI. Controller players, they've been wholly screwed with the LB or L1 for PlayStation players. That it's no longer take all, it's put all. I don't know what Brainiac in the wildcard office thought that was a good idea, but yeah, they've f***ed that up. Another great decision by a wildcard is to map the default teleporter button to the tech leg button RB or R1 for PlayStation players. So just because you want to tech legs onto a TP because you're encumbered, bam, off you go to the default teleporter. Even though you don't want to, just because you need to tech leg. Or if you're trying to come off a TP and you go to tech leg, boom, you go back to wherever that default TP was.
Excuse me, do you know how to get to town?
Yeah, it's back the way you came.
For me mouse and keyboard brethren, we got all sorts of problems going on. For me personally, what pisses me off is the mouse keep going to the center of the screen every time you close your menu and open it back up again. Bang, straight back to the center. Like, that's driving me batty. Here's one that I thought was a great idea, but now I hate it. The auto swap feature between controller and mouse and keyboard. On Evolved, you would enable mouse and keyboard. On this, it's just, you know, you touch your controller, your controller is in control. You touch your mouse and keyboard is in control. But has anybody at Wildcard heard of stick drift? Anybody? Anybody at all? Clearly not, because stick drift's a thing, so that thing will either try to kill you and walk you off the edge of a cliff, or just mess with your menu when you're trying to select stuff and end up having a full-blown fight with the stupid cursor thing.
It's stupid! It's stupid!
And then recently, they have broken keybinds. So we're back to Evolved. We're back to Evolved because on this game, it was like, oh, woohoo, we've all got keybinds. Great, wicked, W wildcard. We love you, wildcard. Ah. No, now they've broken it. Rug pulled it on us, mate. Like, ha, want keybinds, get f***ed. But don't you worry, there's a positive. We still can't save our settings, so it's one less thing to sort out when we start the game. Either way, it's crap, because a bit of lag and a bit of frame drop and your mouse goes flying across the screen, so it's laggy, it's clunky, doesn't need to be that big. Look, it's like a big inch border all the way around, and then look at Evolve's nice and slim and sleek and that, looking fine. Whatever, either way, no.
It's about as bad as it can possibly get.
Hey, that's something I'll agree with. The Parasaur ping. Mate, that takes the Mickey Mouse, that does. I'm telling you now, like, bro, can anybody see that? Is that just me? Is that just me and my tribe? Can we not see Parasaur pings for the life of us? What is going on? Mate, I don't even know what you need to do to see that thing. Structure cap. On Evolved, it was 10k, I think. On this, it's 5, so it's been slashed straight in half. And for me, I feel that they've done this as an easy way out of, you know, focusing on improving performance and reducing lag, all that good stuff. I feel like they took the easy way out. Like, for example, like with the cables and the pipes, like just all these little things I feel is like kind of, you know, quality of life and their way of reducing lag and increasing performance. But the structure cap, that doesn't really benefit anybody. The people that are going to get most scummed by that are PvE players, I think, because they have some mega castles. So it's not ideal, especially for mega tribes and stuff that need to build out entire caves properly. It's hard, especially if you're not going to give us a large ceiling, which I think you should do. There's a large wall, why can't we have a large ceiling? No world boss teleport sound. What a title. So yeah, on Evolved, you would hear a teleport sound across the ARK if someone started a boss fight, no matter where they were, whether it was from a drop, whether it was from an ob, it didn't matter. It would make a teleport sound across the ARK. Now on Ascended, it doesn't. Like, you have to be near them or near their trans or whatever to hear the boss fight noise go off. Otherwise, you have no idea. Like, I agree with that kind of, because it's 50-50, isn't it? Because if you're running boss fights on someone else's server, that's great, it's wicked. But if it's not and it's on your server, then you know what I mean. But I don't know, I still don't like that. I'd say nah, put that back to how it was. There was something about hearing the shum, and it was like, oh shit, did you just run a boss fight? Did you just start a boss fight? And it was like, oh, I don't know, there was something about it that, I don't know, it's just, I think they should bring that back. Obviously this was going to be on the list. Mesh. We still have holes that aren't covered up, aren't blocked. Caves, servers have been wiped through meshes. Meanwhile, there is anti-mesh barriers and spots all over the map. At the bottom of the ocean when you're just doing a pearl run, bam, dead. Your squid's gone and you're gone. Your kit's gone, everything's gone. Just because you're by the floor. But all over the volcano. All over the volcano. You just get meshed no matter what. It's crazy. It's silly, but you've got, tell me, who is meshing Volcano, Wildcard? Tell me, who's meshing Volcano? So yeah, the anti-mesh barriers need to be sorted out, because the amount of kits and all sorts of crap that people have lost just because they're on a farm run of whatever resource, it's ridiculous. Need to be sorted out quick time.
Inconsiderate bastard. Could you please hurry the fuck up? Thank you very much, and have a blessed day.
Next up, general performance. I understand that this is an early access game, so it's basically, you know, it's not a full release title, but there is no excuse for what Series S players have to go through every time they want to play this game. Every time they TP, crash. Every time they load in to a cave, crash. Every time they run out of a cave, lag. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know who's to blame on that part, whether it's Wildcard or Microsoft for the Series S.
It wasn't me.
But the amount of stuff that the Series S players have to go through is crazy. It's nuts. I don't understand why these aren't being fixed. Like, Series S players cannot TP without crashing. Like, they cannot TP without crashing. It's crazy. Like, that is still a thing. And it seems that you need to have a NASA PC to run this game above 60 frames per second, never mind 120. Next complaint on this lovely game of ours is no server population when you're on the server. So if you played the Steam version of ASE on the Steam client version of ASE, then you would have seen before that there is no server population displayed. Like, so it's really for console users that we're used to seeing the server population displayed on the pause menu, but now that is gone. So the only way for you to check the server population is to have a Discord bot or to leave the server and log back in again. But that's okay for Series S players because they DC every 5 flipping seconds anyway, so they can constantly keep checking on that. This is a big one. Lack of content. People don't realize how important giving us frequent updates and new content is to this game, because it's a very grindy game. If you haven't noticed, it's a very grindy game. So to keep us entertained, we need new content. Otherwise, it just becomes that same game loop over and over and over, and it feels like you're not really doing anything. It feels like you're not, we want new maps, we want new creatures, we want to be constantly discovering new things and we want new stuff. It's simple, but with the delays that we get, which we'll get onto, the lack of content is killing the game. Survival Evolved is higher numbers than Ascended, which is mental. It makes sense because there's a lot more content on Evolved, but the fact that this is a brand new game and people have been crying for server wipes, official server wipes for years, and then they've got it, and then they just got super bored. I know people who have quit and left and just not playing because it's boring. It's boring. There's nothing to do other than just grind, PvP, FOB, but it's still the island. Majority of ARK players don't like island. It's boring. They had it since day one, way back when. They don't want to sit on it, so we need constant, frequent updates. We need new DLC. And removing a feature like re-rolling the imprint and then putting it to a Gigantoraptor, that to me is not new content. You've removed the feature and then given it a dino when we already knew how to re-roll our imprint. And cosmetic skins do not count. They might count to some people, but most of these cosmetic skins that they're adding are being created by different people, and they're just being greenlit by a wildcard to put to official servers. So it's not really like wildcard are putting any work into these skins. Maybe some of them they are, I don't know, but either way, that's not really going to keep official PvP players going. For a PvE, yeah, that's going to keep them going, whatever, but PvP, I don't care. I don't care about skins, bro. I care about the game loop, getting better shit, stealing people's shit, getting cheaper shit, fighting for your server, not some stupid skins, bro, that's just I can get anywhere. Maybe if you introduce the paid skin system, that could work, but only if if I haven't paid for that skin, I can still steal that skin off someone and use it and wear it, even though I haven't paid for it. Otherwise, nah. Delays, man. The fucking delays. The delays are taking the mick, man. I'm so fed up of them, I tell you. I can't take any more. Please, enough with the delays, man. I beg. If you don't know when you're releasing something, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I beg, man. If you don't know, or just stop giving us times, man. You literally, you should have an award for the most delays in the gaming industry. I feel I haven't even been playing this game that long, but I swear to God, you are the most delayed game in the world. You gotta be the greatest at something, right? You get me? You gotta be good at something. Nah, that's a bit harsh, but let's be real. By the time the later maps come out, like Lost Island, Gen 2, Fjordor, we're gonna be finishing the GTA 6 single player, and that as if it's on track. Honestly, I'll be real with you. I don't even know where we are anymore, because 1 minute we're meant to be getting the island, then transfers, and that was delayed, and then Scorched was coming up, then we're not getting Scorched, we're meant to be getting Center, and then we're not getting Center because apparently it's not ready, it's not up to their quality, whatever the hell that means. And then, so Scorched is next. So I think Scorched is next. He's meant to be next, unless they've changed it in the last 20 minutes. I don't know. But yeah, Scorched is next so far. At number 10, we got the sheer bullshittery of it all, really. The bugs that they're not fixing, the cheats and stuff that's going on crossplay, and the duping that so many tribes are doing, and there's so much evidence that they are duping and cheating, and nothing's no enforcement's being taken, or it's taking ages for enforcement to happen. The way that they've downgraded with the Series S, the Series S don't have that whole fluid ninja thing that was a big marketing selling point of this game. Oh, look at this, interactive water and foliage and all this. Well, Series S doesn't have that, so you've literally just took that off them. And even with you disabling that, it's still crap on the Series S. Again, they're DCing constantly. Nothing's being fixed about it since day one. The bugs like the invisible dragon that still goes on to this day. The fact that we can't save our settings and you broke keybinds. The fact that you've added basically a pay-to-win dinosaur that basically it sounds like it's going to bring the the dead tames back to life, and anything can grow on its back, and only people who have paid for that tame can use it or tame it, or I don't know how that's going to work. But originally you told us, Wildcard, that the adventurer pack is the 2 skins, the cowboy, and that's how you sold it. That's how you sold it to us. And then months down the line, weeks down the line, you're telling us that this dino is coming with it. So that's how you're going to do it. Like, and the way I see it is, if the first paid dino is going to reincarnate your animals or your creatures, then where's it going to end up? Just think about it. If the first dino brings your tames back to life, where are we going to go with that? And you know what's crazy? I defended this game when it was first announced, because people were saying, obviously, oh, I've got to pay for the same game again that I've already paid for. Obviously, I said don't buy Ascended because of Snail Games. I still kind of stand by that. Like, I hate Snail Games, everybody does. But it's getting really hard to defend this game when they said that they wanted to do, a clean code and sort the code out from the ground up and all this. But it's hard to see it. They're breaking things that weren't broken. The tech suit, they're just breaking it update by update. The constant light show you get when you TP with a tech suit on. The character's legs just completely disforming and going all zigzaggy across the screen. The hitboxes are absolutely horrible. Third person is off by like a foot, 2 foot. There's just so many things that didn't even need to be touched. But that's enough of the hatred. We all love this game. That is why we're so passionate about it and addicted to it, because there's nothing really to compare to ARK. ARK is in a league of its own. Like I said, that is why we are so passionate about it, and people dump hours and hours and days into this game. 12 days for a giga. That is robbery. Absolute robbery in terms of game time. That is crazy. 12 days, real life days, for a digital giga. But here we are, and we put the time in because it's fun. We enjoy it. It's addicted. It's great. But please, Wildcard, help us out. Listen to the right people. Listen to the passionate community. You might block people. You might feel that it's over the top, and some people do take the piss. Death threats and things like that are not okay. I don't care who you are, what you say, no, that's not acceptable at all. But you need to listen to your passionate community. Otherwise, it's just gonna go to the shitter. Thanks for watching if you got this far. This was meant to be a short video. I've made it as short as I can, really, and tried to cram as much as I can in. If you've got something that absolutely pisses you off in this game, then don't forget to vex it out in the comment section. I'm happy to take your engagement anytime. If you liked it, don't forget to like it. If you disliked it, make sure you disliked it. And sub, you absolute rat bastard. Peace.